Hello, YouTube. It's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I really do. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. August 24th, 2016. Hey, as I always say, I hope yours is an anthill, not a huge mountain range. There are some days where mine feels like a mountain range. I hope you are really doing well. I'm doing fine. The unit above me, I keep hearing some hammering. I don't know. They must be someone moved out and they're fixing it up or something. So if you hear some thumping in the background, it's not my heart. I hope it's not my heart. Instead, it's probably someone upstairs, but I don't think this microphone will pick it up. We'll see. Let's talk about the pocket dump deconstruction. That's why we're here. That's why we meet every morning, Monday through Friday. I post it before 11 o'clock, most time, 11 o'clock-ish, before I run off to work late. And what happens is you get the video, and then around, that's Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm lazy. I sleep in. I sit around and watch YouTube videos and all that stuff. I don't get out early like I do for work. I call 11 o'clock early, 10:30 early. But I'll tell you what, we still post every weekend. It's just later, late afternoon, early evening. It's just right before I strap on everything, fill up my pockets, and get outside. Okay, Monday through Friday before 11 most times. And Saturday and Sunday, late afternoon. Clear? Clear. Let's talk about the pocket dump deconstruction. What you see in front of you, I just took a couple of pictures for Instagram that I should post later on this afternoon when I get a break. At Keith Kevin Ken, that's my Instagram number. My Instagram address, just like it is here on YouTube. At Keith Kevin Ken. Come join the feed. That's around noonish. But this is what I'm putting into my pockets today. So let's see what it's all made of. First, it's my Rolex Datejust. I have a fancy meeting with potential partners and what I'm doing. So I want to kind of show off, right? Classy, but has just enough bling, right? The cigar today, I just like this cigar. I really do. It's the El Rey del Mundo Cuban cigar. Just a wonderful smoke. Man, it's constructed so great as well. I just love this. Had to get a case of those, a box of those a while ago. Not a case, a box of those a while ago. I just love them. My Shone pen, it's all Thai. It's my titanium Shone pen. USA company out of Massachusetts. I just love it because of its simple kind of construction. It's so solid. You can feel the weight. I love going into a fancy meeting when everyone's pulling out all their nice little pens and all this. And I pull out my nice pen, but it's hefty. It's manly. Tells them who's in charge of that meeting, right? I just love the Shone pen. Comes in all kinds of flavors. I have it in titanium, brass, and I have it in stainless steel with a DLC coating. Today it's going to be vodka, some good vodka. The wallet today is one of my thin Mont Blanc wallets. The coin today is one of my unicorn coins. This is the 1995 unicorn coin, one of the 4 that's available. I also have half ounce unicorn coins. I just love these things. I do. And my grandkids, my grandsons really love it when they see it on Granddaddy's video. I always carry a silver coin for good luck, like my grandfather always did. Of course, he carried a silver US dollar. We don't do those anymore. So I can't spend that, but I can sell it at the going market rate. So my 1 ounce coin is what, about $13 these days. Um, and I have a Word notepad. I always carry a notepad, whether it's a Word, a field notes, or some fancy smancy other notepad. I love it. In this high tech place, it's good to just feel a nice pen on paper. Just slows things down just a little bit. Actually, I find it faster than people digging through their phones trying to take a note. But anyway, so let's talk about the knives today. Here are the knives. I have a knife that got away. I was about ready to carry it and its or its twin brother, and I'll show you those in just a few moments. But this is what I'm carrying. I know I go on and on and on and on about the crickets because I really love the Spyderco cricket. Once we reach 100 subscribers and we go through the cases, you'll see my cricket collection. It starts with the very first cricket that was produced all the way through. It includes some of these old school crickets as well as some of the newer ones. This is one of the old school crickets. Yep. It's carbon fiber. It's under like a I'm saying plexiglass. I'm sure there's something else special. But it's real smooth. It's carbon fiber. You can tell it's one of the old schools. Remember what I always tell you guys first, it's a liner lock. Today's crickets are all frame locks. I'm amazed at how Spyderco puts a frame lock into something this small. Man, this is such a nice knife. The second thing is usually you could tell by the steel as well. You know, this is one of the older steels, ATS 55. ATS 55 is the steel on a 1.9 inch blade. This is, of course, the Spidey edge, the serrated edge, Spyderco's version of the serrated edge. With that wicked point, look at it. Ah, man. It is usable. That belly really helps this to be a nice little EDC keychain knife like I'm using it. Or a knife you just throw in your pocket. That jeans pocket that you youngins don't know what it's for. It used to be for watches. It could be for coins. Or little knives like this one. This is a real nice knife. Another way you could tell that it's older, you see the back, because it's a frame lock, the back just, in this case, with the carbon fiber, repeats the show side. They're both show sides. This is just the clip side. I really like the cricket. This is the classic and classy. A classy classic. The cricket is the keychain knife today. Talking about classy classics, you have to talk about the Sage 2. This is Spyderco's Sage 2. The Sage series, if you're unfamiliar with the Spyderco Sage series, all of the knives have this form. They all look like this. They all have a 3-inch blade. It's that leaf, Spyderco leaf blade. They're all 3 inches. The steel, they're all S30V. All S30V. They have that wonderful choil. They feel just perfect in your hands. You guys know I'm partial to this kind of size knife. 3-inch blade with that half choil. Half of the choil, that forward choil is the handle. The other half is the blade. I just love that. And what they do is they honor the geniuses in the knife world that came up with different locks. The Sage 2 is the most popular of the Sages because it's just a perfect little knife. It really is. All titanium. All titanium, this open construction, easy to clean. They all have the wire clip, which you know I love. And guess who? Guess who Spyderco is honoring with this? It's Chris Reeve's Integral lock. Spyderco uses the Chris Reeve Integral lock and names it. They really respect knife makers at Spyderco. They really do. They never take credit for what's not theirs. But this is the Chris Reeve. This knife, Sage 2, is honoring Chris Reeve and his invention of that integral frame lock. And what makes it perfect is, first, the size. It's just perfect size. The blade shape. This is the Spyderco leaf blade shape. S30V steel, great steel. The clip, just everything about it. It's on top 10 lists from all the Spyderco folks. It's on my top 10 as well. I'm so happy to carry it. This one I was going to carry no matter what. I just felt like a great Sage 2. Again, I wanted classics in my pocket. Now, this is not a classic. The Sebenza 21 is a classic from Chris Reeve. This is one of his newer inlaid knives. This is the large Chris Reeve Sebenza 21. And this is the Blade HQ exclusive where they have carbon fiber inlays. As you know, with all Chris Reeve inlaid knives, he has shiny titanium on the show side. And then over here, most of it is shiny titanium. They always have 3 strips, whether it's wood, whether it's micarta, or whether it's this carbon fiber. 3 strips of the inlay. And then on the back, 2 on the front show side, 1 on the back, polished. And then he leaves the lock in the clip unpolished, which I adore. I really do. Oh, the great thing about his inlays, they are inset. They really are inset. But what they have is it pokes out of the scales. So it gives you a chance to really grip this sucker. It just gives you more grip. It fills your hand just that much more. I really love it. That is the Blade HQ exclusive. It's the Chris Reeve large Sebenza 21 carbon fiber inlay. Oh man, look at that carry. I love that carry. I do. I want to sing. I'll tell you, I was always going with the Sage 2. I just love it, and I looked at it and went, man, I haven't carried you in a while, so I had to pull it out. The Sage 1, which is a carbon fiber frame lock. Yes. No. I'm sorry. Sorry. I just made a mistake, human mistake. It actually is the Spyderco Sage 1 is the carbon fiber liner lock is what I meant to say. And I was thinking, maybe I do that to just have all carbon fiber, but no, man. This feels so great. If you haven't picked up a Sage 2, do it. It's really nice. Now, for the larger knife, you guys know I've been doing them a little bit smaller. Of course, I don't think, did I tell you that I didn't? The large Sebenza 21, the blade is S35 VN steel because that's what Chris Reeve does. He's rocking S35 VN. He loves the steel makers from CPM. He was one of the first working with them to come up with S30V. The blade is 3.6 inches long. And of course, this is a Sebenza. Smooth as silk. Just wonderful. Now, I have to admit, I was playing around in my cases. And man, oh, by the way, before I get to the knives that got away. By the way, that, my friends, is what I will post on Instagram around noonish time whenever I get a break this afternoon. Noonish, 1-ish, 2-ish. Okay, I have a big ish range. That is what I have. If you'd like to thumb up the carry, please do. Go crazy on the thumbs. I love when you guys do that. It just makes me know that you guys appreciate, and it makes me want to get up the next morning and do another one. So thank you guys so much. Also, thank you. Man, I have to write down you guys' names. But one of the guys who's just great and watch all the videos. Thank you guys. You guys have been responding to other comments when people ask a question about, well, how do I carry it? I love that one of you guys went back and gave them some of that. I love that. Just to tell them what you guys already know because you've watched you've watched several of the 190 daily knife deconstruction. So I really appreciate that. So thumb it up. Don't forget you can subscribe. We're working our way to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000, yeah, it's Spyderco. What do I call it? Palooza. See? Oh God. Spyderco Palooza. Why do I name it something I can't pronounce? Anyway, I'm going to go over all of my Spydercos, all the classics, moving into the new stuff. Lot of knives. Takes up a 1600 Pelican case, a 1550 Pelican case, and half of a 1550. And you guys know, if you've watched my Pelican case reveal that's on this YouTube channel, you guys know I pack them in there tight. There's a lot of them. Anyway, this is what's on Instagram, but this ain't Instagram. Man, I was thinking, I have a lot of slip joints in my cases from Spyderco. They do a lot of slip joints, believe it or not. This is by far the best slip joint that they've done. This is not a lock. It's not a special lock. This is the spring for the slip joint. I cannot bring this blade down with just one hand. It doesn't have a mid-stop. Most do. I think it's because of this strong, very strong spring in the back. It is very sturdy, very sturdy, so it's hard to go down. That's why it takes two hands for me to push down the blade. As a slip joint, you kind of want that. Of course, all of the Spyderco slip joints saves your finger right there. You know, they have the guard. Man, it's really nice. It is called the Pits, P-I-T-S. It's from a part-time maker, and when he was dealing with Spyderco, he said, man, it'd be pie in the sky if you guys would create my knife. Well, they did, and it's called Pie in the Sky, or Pits, Spyderco Pits. Here's the deal about this. This is all titanium. They have that wonderful clip. You guys know the deep pocket wire clip. The steel is N690 steel. You know, a lot of places you just can't have a locking knife. Now, you can open this with it has the standard Spidey hole. The blade is just a tad under 3 inches, just a tad. It's 2.97 inches. And that's important because, you know, when you do international, what they want is a non-locking knife and a blade that's under 3 inches. And as you guys know, some places in the U.S., same deal. Needs to be under 3 inches and non-locking. It's very light, and you guys know why. It's titanium with all these holes in it, right? On both sides of the holes. I mean, of the scales, as you can see, go all the way through. Oh, man, just easy to clean, light. And I like it because it does give you, look, you have the protection, but it's hard to close what you want. So I was thinking about doing the slip blade as the large knife. Just to, you know, it's a tad smaller because it's a tad under that 3-inch mark. So it's a tad bigger than this, and it kind of was the same kind of size. So I passed on that, and I'm happy I have the Reeve carbon fiber inlay. Of course, this pitch, you can find it on the aftermarket. It is discontinued, I think, because it's the price. It was an expensive thing. I bet it was hard to mass produce because it's so special. That special spring and all of that. But before that, this was the original. They came up with this blue iodized scale. All tie, blue iodized. I love anodized. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I got to get my mind working. I'm about ready to step out for work. Come on, Kevin. More coffee. A blue anodized. Look at that blue. It's just beautiful. Same knife. Has everything I told you about, but only it's blue. This one is discontinued. My guess is, you know, slip joints, it's tough for people to get. This is a wonderful slip joint, but it was also very expensive because of all of the materials that they have. They try to boost it up to do the blue. I bought it immediately, but it is stiff. It's a stiff cost. It's more expensive than like the Sage series and some of the other knives, but man, I love this knife. I have to admit, though, I keep wanting to carry it. I bust down boxes with them and stuff at home, but I do keep thinking of carrying it, and I must admit, I go, do I really want a slip joint like I did today? But look how beautiful they are. Very good knives. If you're in the market for a slip joint, you can find them on the secondary market at a nice price. Go for it, because they are nice. Hey, you guys, that's it. Don't forget, thumb this up, go crazy, like the video, subscribe. We're making our way to 1,000. And my reveal of all of my Spydercos that I have at hand, I'm still waiting for them to release a bunch of them. They must be going crazy in September with a bunch of releases from Spyderco. I'll be there buying them up, going broke. You guys have a perfect day. I want you to have a good day. Find some time just for yourself. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10. That's why I smoke a cigar. So I can be away and just think and have some great thoughts by myself. So you guys find some time to have some fun. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.